what created day and night? Well, most people in the ancient time was curious about this. They wanted to understand what heavenly bodies like stars, moons, and planets are. At the time, the invention of telescope allowed people to pick out what's with the outer space. Yet, they still wondered what was actually out there.
Many Greek philosophers and intellectuals wrote about planets in an attempt to explain the movements of heavenly bodies and their effects on the world as they knew it. Many of these philosophers agreed that planets move around in circular motion, and that this movement created days and night. Among others, a famous philosopher and astronomer, Veduo Ptolemy, started that the planet as well, the sun and the moon, move in a circular motion around the earth. The sun and moon's revolution explained the existence of days and night. He believed that the earth was at the center, a concept known as Heliocentrism. Ptolemy's geocentric model was widely accepted by the people and was one of the greatest discoveries of that time.
In the 16th century, Nicholas Copernicus, a Polish mathematician and astronomer, challenged the Ptolemaic model. He introduced a new concept known as heliocentrism, which suggested that the center of the solar system was not the Earth but actually the Sun. This idea was rejected at first by the public. In one important way, Copernicus resembled the Greek ancient philosophers or thinkers. He did not do anything extensive, such as observing heavenly bodies or inviting people to test his ideas. His ideas were an example of what is presently called as a thought experiment. By the time he finished his doctorate degree, Copernicus had been appointed as canon at Farnborough Cathedral in Poland. Despite his duty as a canon, he had plenty of time to sustain his interest in astronomy.
Copernicus' idea and model of the universe was essentially complete in 1510. Not long after that, he circulated a summary of his ideas to his few close friends in a manuscript called Commentariolus. There was no proof that Copernicus was concerned about the risk of persecution by the church if he established his ideas formally. In his book, he wanted a model of the universe in which everything moved around a single center at unvarying rates. In his model, Copernicus outlined two kinds of planetary motion. One is the orbit of Venus, and Mercury lay inside the orbit of the Earth, thus closer to the Sun. And the orbits of the Mars, Saturn, and Jupiter lay outside the Earth orbit, thus farther from the Sun. After some time, astronomers realized that the Copernican model simplified the orbits of our planets. It also answered issues that could not be explained. Now, the question is, how does this benefit society and science? There were benefits derived from Copernicus' concept. Among these are, number one, financial benefits, opportunities for sustainable growth and job creating in Europe, and Europe's Copernicus program uses accurate and timely data for satellites and other sources to provide key information services, to improve the way the environment is managed, to help mitigate the effects of climate change, and to enable the creation of new applications and services for citizens and businesses. And it also helps to safeguard everyday lives. Not just that, the program is expected to generate new employment and business opportunities throughout Europe. Fourthly, the Copernicus Sentinels Serving Society and Environment Conference brought together a variety of political institutions and European scientific organizations. Number 5. Copernicus' concept of the universe has also brought importance to economic development. The activities related to Earth observation can provide leverage for the acceleration of Greece's effort to develop new, competitive foundation and in order to participate in a knowledge-based economy. Next, Copernicus' concept has importance in European research and development by accessing them for free under the open data policy and use them to develop new products and service for profit. Number 7. Lastly, Copernicus' concept ensures long-term data availability for business development. This is done by investing in space, and doing it generates employment and further innovation.